ChatGPT just got a brand new update that allows you to connect any app to ChatGPT and use it inside of ChatGPT. For example, you could get this to go through your emails, connect it to Slack, connect it to HubSpot, and more than 500 other tools. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use this new feature and a few crazy use cases you could use it for. Okay, now that brand new update that I'm talking about is they just updated connectors on ChatGPT and made it way more powerful. And they actually made several different changes here. The first change that you need to be aware of is now, if you scroll down on connectors, you're going to see advanced settings. This allows you to turn on developer mode, which allows you to add unverified connectors to ChatGPT, and then you'll be able to access it inside of ChatGPT. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that to connect it to more than 500 plus apps for free in just a second. But first, I wanted to show you this also. So if we come over here, we can see that now for things like Gmail, we could see tons of more actions. In the past, all this was able to do was read and search emails. Now it can actually send emails straight from inside of ChatGPT. And if we come over to other things, for example, if we come over to Google Drive, we can see that it can now do a bunch of other things here also. So literally every single one of these connectors got an update. And this is massive because now you can do things straight from inside of ChatGPT. You just come over here, come into more, and you can click on the different sources, or if you click on developer mode right here, you could see all of the different connections that you might have. Now, how do you actually set this up and how do you make this useful? If you come to rube.app right now, this is literally 100% free, and you click on Marketplace, and I'll put the link to this in the description. You can see everything that you can hook up now to ChatGPT. There's literally more than 500 apps. There's things that are project management, CRM, analytics, data, productivity, design and creative tools. There's literally tons and tons of different tools, everything that you could think of. So here's what you're going to want to do. You want to come over here. You're going to click on Install Rube right here. And this is going to show you, walk you through exactly how to do this, both for custom GPTs and for developer mode. So first I want to walk you through developer mode. Literally just come over here, you copy this. You're then going to come over to ChatGPT. You're going to click on settings right here. Click on connectors, and then you're going to come down advanced settings, make sure that's turned on. So long as that's turned on, you're going to click on create, name it whatever you want, description, put whatever you want. You put then this MCP right here, say that you trust this, click create, and then it will actually go through and set it up. Now, like I was saying, in addition to that, they have this custom ChatGPT right here. So if you come over here and you click on this, it will bring you to the Rube custom ChatGPT. Now what you could do, once you've navigated there, you're going to see this here. Then you could send a message to Rube with any requests. This is then going to prompt you to log on, and then you can access all these different apps. So we come over here, let's say, check my email. What this is going to do then is this is going to prompt us to sign in with rube.app. So basically, you're making an account over here, which then allows you to, for free, access their MCP server. And here's what you are going to see. So we're going to come over here. We're going to click. I'm going to click on allow access right here. Then I'm going to show you basically exactly how this works, because essentially what's happening, we're going to click on Roberts.org. And then this is going to bring us back to ChatGPT. Cool. So my account is now connected. We could see that this is now talking. We're going to confirm. This is going to go through and this is going to do this. Now, the reason that this is able to do this, and we might have to give this a few more permissions just the first time that we use it, is because when we come over to Rube, we can see all of our different connected apps. So I want to walk you through exactly how to do this. So again, you're going to come over to Marketplace. This is going to show you all the different apps that you could potentially set up once this loads. I'm at an Airbnb right now, so the Wi-Fi is kind of really slow. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through literally connecting this. We come over here, Slack. I'm going to click on connect right here. And then what this is going to do is we could see we're establishing a connection with Slack right now. I'm then going to give this access to my Slack, and I'm going to show you basically exactly how this works. Okay, so we can see right here, boom, this is all good. We just need to come through. I'm going to click allow. We can see all the different things that this can do. Now, whenever people see this message right here, they get all concerned. But I want you to come over here. I'm going to show you this. we come over to Rube and we scroll down, you're going to see an FAQ. You're going to see how secure is my data. We could see that this is fully compliant right here. User data is encrypted. This is built on top of this, which inherits all of its security guarantees. You could learn more right here if you wanted to. I trust it personally. So what we could do, we could come over here and we could see that this now went through and literally tells me about all my emails. I could have it summarize them. I could have it show the full content. I could have it answer my emails. There's so many different things that I can now get this to do. So we came over here before and connected Slack. Now what you're going to see is if we come over into my org, we're going to see that I have Slack in my org. So come back out here and you'll see that this is actually one of my apps now, and we could see all the connected apps. So I have Gmail, Google Sheets, and Slack connected in here. So now this also has access to my Slack. So if we come over here, we got this to do this with email. I am going to refresh this and then I'm going to ask it to give me an update on Slack. So do I have any unread messages on Slack? And what this is going to do is this is going to now access my Slack, confirm, and it will see whether or not I have any unread messages. And where this gets really powerful is when you use this to connect multiple different apps to do a chain of events. So you could have it pull a Google Sheet and then bring that into Slack and then send that to somebody. And that's where this really gets powerful, when you start to combine all these different apps from just prompts in ChatGPT. Now, before I get into even more of those crazy use cases, I need you to smash that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on the latest, greatest changes in AI. I upload videos like this every single day, and you're not going to want to miss them. Now, use case number one here is actually using this with Google Drive. So as we could see, if we come over into Google Drive right here, we could see that there are literally tons of different things that this can do. This can come through and create folders, create replies, can add comments, delete comments, can create shared drives. You can pretty much do any action that you could think of in Google Drive straight from inside of this tool. Use case number two, if we come back over to Marketplace, is using this inside of something like Stripe. So if we click on Stripe right here, we could see everything that we can do from inside of here. We can create a new price. We can create an invoice. We can create a customer, a refund. This literally allows us to do pretty much anything that you could think of inside of Stripe. Now I want you to think about this. What you could have this do is go through your email. Maybe you have an email for a refund. So instead of actually logging into your email, you're just chatting with ChatGPT saying, hey, do I have any refund requests? It will then go through, give you the list of emails. You could tell ChatGPT, send them, hey, I am able to refund you. It should happen soon. And then you can literally say, hey, can you please access Stripe? Come over here, create a refund, and tell it exactly who to do that for. And this will go through and do it again, all from you being inside of ChatGPT using Rube in here, instead of you actually having to go into Stripe. In addition to that, let's say that we come back to this marketplace right here. Let's say that we come over to something like HubSpot. This gets really crazy. If we click on HubSpot and we see all the different things that this can actually do, there are more than 55 pages of things that can happen on HubSpot right here. So we could come through and ask this, hey, do we have any hot leads? And then guess what? We could send them an email straight from inside of ChatGPT. Or maybe we then wanted to use ChatGPT to enrich those leads. It makes it way better. So let's say that we have some information. We could come into HubSpot and say, hey, do we have any leads that we don't know how many employees are at the company? Great. Give us a list of that. Then from that list, you get ChatGPT to go through and figure out how many employees are actually at that company. And this is how you can use this to enrich your leads or to enrich whatever you're trying to do. In addition to that, let's say that we come over here and there are a bunch of different things here. For example, Amplitude. I know a lot of people use Amplitude. There are several different things that we can do in here. We can use this to pull reports in Amplitude and then share them with people, or pull reports in Amplitude and then give us the link to it, upload it to Google Drive, or email it to somebody, or Slack somebody. And where this gets incredibly powerful is if we come over to ChatGPT, we come into settings, come into schedules, and we begin to schedule out tasks that include Rube, or that include doing something on an outside app. Now, in addition to that, what I also wanted to show you is if we come back over here, we can see the different activity logs right here. So we can see all the things that are getting done, when it's getting done, who's doing it, the latency, and the tool that was actually used. So you can keep track of how people are actually using this, and you can see if anything nefarious is actually going on. In addition to that, you can actually come over to their homepage, and if you scroll down a little bit, this will show you a bunch of different tools here. You could literally scroll through all these different tools, and this will go through a bunch of different examples of how you could use each of these. For example, you could ask it to change formatting in Google Docs, or you could ask it to create a Google Doc and then add things in that you were actually discussing with ChatGPT. And you could literally come through and see what it can do for all of these different tools right here. Again, if we come over to something like HeyGen, we could see exactly what it can do with this. We could probably get this to make things. For example, adding a new avatar into the HeyGen library. Or you can have it add people to a certain project. Or you can pull audience insights, which is pretty crazy. There's so many different things that you can do with this, with all of these different apps now, from right inside of ChatGPT, which is mind-blowing. Not sure if you've seen the reports yet, but Goldman Sachs just came out and said that they think in the next 12 months, AI is going to replace over 300 million jobs. So my question for you is, are you going to be one of those people that's replacing those jobs, or are you going to be one of the people that gets replaced because you didn't embrace AI? And that's exactly why I created AI Automation School that you could check out at the pinned comment below. In fact, I have special launch pricing right now. So if you want to stay ahead of what's happening in AI and you want to learn how to automate your work with AI, how to make more money with AI, how to build AI agents without knowing having to code, or you just want me to audit your personal AI workflow so we could speed things up for you, I strongly suggest that you check it out. Now, if you like this video, I strongly suggest you check out this video right here that shows you another brand new AI agent that you can use to automate your work. The things that you could do with this are absolutely insane. I'll see you over there.